YouTube, it's Maddie the Emptiness Scrapper. Thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit about storing dies. I recently got my very first die cutting machine, so I had no place to store dies. And I saw a video by Crafting and Relaxing where she had this fabulous magnet wall, and you could see all your dies right in front of you. I, of course, have limited to no wall space in my craft room, so I had to go with the ever popular Avriel storage bags and magnet sheets to go with it. So many of you have seen this method already. I believe Jennifer McGuire was probably the first to put it out there. You can use any storage bags that fit your storage system. As far as I know, there's not much difference. What I am showing you here is that I took a die, and this is a thank you die. This is what it looks like when it's cut out. And that die came with these little hearts. This one here with the leaf, and another one here all by itself. So here's the leaf, here's the small heart, and here is the sentiment thank you. And what I just wanted to share was it doesn't bother me in the least to break these up into different pouch pockets. To me, it makes much more sense to put sentiments together and to put hearts together. I think that when I am looking for a die, if I'm looking for a heart, I am not necessarily looking for what package it came in with. And if that makes sense to you too, maybe you will store your dies in a similar way. So I purchased these magnet sheets on Amazon. They are overkill. I purchased a very thick set, not knowing that I really could have used a much thinner sheet of magnet. However, these were already pre-cut to a size that I knew would fit right into these pockets. And lazy person that I am, I wanted to go with these. This is what I have. This is what I'm going to use. However, please note if you go for a thicker one, they're going to stick together. So when I'm leafing through, I do have to pull them apart in order to see what I have. Right now, since I just got my very first machine, I don't have all that many dies. So it's not that cumbersome, and I'm going to stick with this. I put them in my bucket where I keep my stamps, handy dandy Dollar Tree container, because it was not full. This is not my only container, but this second small one was not full. I am just going to add a section that says dies. I have pre-made some of these just laminated pieces of paper. I will label it dies and change this to say stamps and dies, and we're off to the races. So after I put away my dies, I do want to continue to inventory all my products. So here's the die that I just showed you, and this is the inventory binder that I use to inventory my stencils and punches and my embossing folders, things that are not colors. And I just put in an additional section for my newly acquired dies, and it is not labeled yet. So you can see the sections that I had already previously were labeled. Not sure if that's getting in the shot. Maybe this one. There, you can see. So this one is not labeled. and that's because it's for my dies. I will get to that. And each of the sections does have a label on it, and they're pretty easy to change out if need be. So again, embossing folders are here. Just a quick little peek. And then later on, I have my stencils. I just put examples. My punches are here. And this unlabeled section are my newly acquired dies. So you see I have some sentiments. And here's some space. I may put my thank you right here. We'll see. Here are my hearts. I'm definitely going to put those somewhere in there. Makes sense to me. And that's pretty much it. I don't have that many dies. I just got the machine, and I'm going to continue to collect. So these are the 2 words that were on the page in the bucket where I store them, so it makes sense to put this here. That's where I have room, and right behind it with the hearts, that's my plan. So putting this aside just for a minute, I'm taking out my handy dandy Xyron. Using the bigger one, even though the hearts would fit obviously in the smaller one, this larger die, not gonna cut it. So first thing you do with the Xyron is pull out the handle. Excuse that. I open this side to put everything in. Actually, I'll show you here. Open that side. Put in my dies, and I will put the sentiment and the little heart right next to it. And I'll show you what that looks like after it's done. It's right there, if you can see. There we go. So I'm going to turn it around so I can turn those into stickers, and they'll be ready to go into I may have to use the little Xyron for these little guys. I don't know if they're getting in. Let's take a trusty poker tool and see if I can get them in to the machine. This one, maybe on the diagonal. Yep, now she's moving. And the little heart as well. So let's see if they'll all go through. Yep, going through now. They're going to come out, and they're going to be stickers. So let's see if I can do this backwards so you can see. I just slide the cutting tool, and out they go. Putting this aside. Now I have my, I want you to see. Now I have my dies cut out for an example in my inventory binder. I give it a little push. I bring back my binder and prepare the sheets to add the die cuts. So this is my die cut section. And what do we reach first? The large sentiment. So any of you who have used a Xyron before, I'm sure many of you have, I really like it. I still use it. I don't know that too many people do. But you do have a problem with these little webs that stay between your die cut, and it is sticky, little sticky webs. So I do try to take them off as best I can. So when I put it down, there is not too much. So you can take a look. There's a bunch of sticky in there. And I just generally take my pokey tool and pull them out. Just pull them out as best I can. It usually is not perfect, and I address the rest after I put it down. So, almost done with this. Little bit tedious, but you get the idea. So, once most of those little webs are taken out, I just find a place and pop down my sentiment in a spot that looks right to me. In fact, I'm going to move that over a tad. I don't push it down till I'm happy with the placement, although this is not something that is going to be seen by anyone but me, so it just needs to look good to my eye. Next, I take the eraser and pull out the rest. So this eraser, I've had a billion years. It's made by Xyron. It was not hugely expensive, but I understand that Dollar Tree sells them, possibly or most likely under a different brand, but I am told that they do exactly the same thing. So there you have it. My die cut is cataloged. See one more little piece, but for the most part, we are good to go. Going to slide that back in. And then I will do the exact same thing with the hearts. I won't bore you with the details. You get the idea. So I hope you enjoyed this organizational video. I hope it gave you some ideas as to how to store your die cuts. And if you have a better idea for me, please post it down below. I love reading your comments. I learn every day from other crafters, and it's my hope that you learn a little something from me too from time to time. So I want to say, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe down below. Give me a thumbs up. And above all, everybody, stay safe. Happy 2021. Bye-bye, YouTube.